Hi guys, MichaelBtheGameGenie here. Happy Friday. We've got some very exciting news to announce today because apparently Arcade1Up are releasing a Double Dragon themed cabinet. Let's talk more about it right after this. Hey everybody, hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. So today we're talking about Arcade1Up with a potential new cabinet. Now, I gotta give full credit to where this leak comes because I had heard rumors about this all week. We had heard actually from our buddy 19K Fox, gave us a heads up, so we were wondering which one of his friends maybe gave him the hint, and we finally found out. So I want to tune the attention to the person who actually broke this news. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, go check out Big Reecey. Big Reecey does a show with Toycade. These two guys are the Arcade1Up sleuths, apparently, always getting the information and always making sure they have a watermark over their information so they get credit because I guess they think people are going to steal their stuff. I actually, when I do joke Arcade1Up leaks and stuff like that, I actually use a Toycade watermark my stuff to make it look more real. Anyway, so Big Reecey told the story. He went into a retailer and asked about the June Dragon's Lair pre-order. I did the same thing here in Canada to make sure it was actually going to be coming here. And when he did, the person pulled up in the store the Dragon's Lair code that we see right here. But they also pulled up a Arcade1Up Double Dragon code as well. So out of the absolute blue, because no one expected this to come, we're getting Double Dragon Arcade1Up, and that's very interesting to me. So very, very good job, Big Reecey, for breaking this news to us. So that's right. Right now, we have the slimmest bit of confirmation that Double Dragon is coming from Arcade1Up. I ask you guys to take this with a grain of salt at this time, because it's not the first time we've seen a price list at a retailer. We all remember Randy's Records last year, Unqualified Critics, and some of those cabs didn't come out. Like, I'm looking at you, Batman, Babycade, and I'm looking at you, Track and Field. We're still waiting, brother. Still no cab in that clarification. So just because a retailer has a listing for a cabinet doesn't mean that it's coming out. As John D and Arcade1Up says, it's not official until it's official. So we'll wait to hear from Arcade1Up. But in the meantime, we got this little bit of news and we can speculate. I'm interested in this for several reasons. One is that this has a very unique cab, and it's going to test Arcade1Up on whether they want to go with authentic or whether they want to go with their own design and see which way they go in that rationale. Because lately, Arcade1Up has done an amazing job of recreating the original cabinet, making sure in the form factor's right, the art's right, but this one's going to be a challenge. So for those of you not familiar with the original arcade, I am. Actually, I've told the story a bunch of times. My buddy Dave, his dad was like an electrician back in the day, and for some reason, he had a broken Double Dragon machine down in his basement his dad fixed, and we had it for a little while, so I'd go over to his place all the time and play the actual Double Dragon arcade. Anyways, this is the cabinet here. It's got a beautiful bezel. It's listed as a Taito game, even though we all know it's American Technologies, Technosoft. It's owned by Arc System Works, I think, now. But anyways, you can own one for the low price of $3,195 or $112 with a firm. Isn't that who Arcade1Up was using a little while ago? Anyways, it's an awesome cabinet, awesome marquee, awesome bezel work, awesome control pad. But here's where it gets interesting. Take a look at that side art. Instead of it being like a nice Double Dragon themed side art, it just says Taito. Ugh. So I don't love that. Now, if you go back and we'll take another look, there's a better look at the side art here. You can see it has a very distinct Taito side artwork. So here's where this creates problems. One, obviously that's not very attractive, and it'll be interesting to see if Arcade1Up keep this, because if they don't, it just won't be stock, and that will absolutely suck. The other thing, stock, original, you know what I mean. I like when they recreate the original arcade. The other thing, too, is where this game isn't owned by Taito anymore, it probably never was, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Double Dragon was a Taito game. I think it was always a Technos game, but Taito might have been the publisher. It's like Sega and Frogger, or even Midway and Pac-Man. They don't own the game. Like, you're not going to see Pac-Man show up on a Midway Legacy, but Midway was on the cabinet. So I'm not 100% sure that the current owner, American Arc System Works, there we go. I think that's right. I don't know if Arc System Works is going to be happy with having Taito branded all over their arcade, so that will be interesting. And another option, if they want to keep it authentic and still have it look pretty badass, they could go with Double Dragon 2, the Revenge artwork. It won't have the same nostalgia appeal for a lot of people in terms of, I mean, we all think of the original Double Dragon game. Double Dragon 2, I think a lot of us think more so about the NES game than they do the arcade. But, I mean, this is a much better looking cabinet. The art's pretty cool. Let me bring up this picture here, and you can see the front. Awesome marquee, awesome bezel, really cool controller. Who knows, maybe we'll get the best of both worlds, and they'll have the original Double Dragon on the front, and then they'll have the Double Dragon 2 side artwork. Who knows? Just an option I'm throwing out there. I mean, that's what the conversion cabs did most places. But anyways, Arcade1Up are going to have a challenge making this look good, and I hope they do decide in the end to make it look as authentic as possible. You can see here Todd Tucky with the cabinet. Even though it has the Taito on the side, and that might not be everybody's cup of tea, that's what it looked like in the arcade. And I want them to blur the lines between three-quarter toy that I'm taking home and the original arcade, and that's what does it. So hopefully this is what they go for. Anyways, I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. The next challenge with getting the game is the emulation. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have tried to play this through MAME or if you've played this on the At Games Legends Ultimate through BYOG, but Double Dragon doesn't play notoriously well through emulation for whatever reason. There's a lot of slowdown, like NES level slowdown on it, which makes it very hard to play. I remember the first time playing through Double Dragon on the At Games Legends Ultimate, it was basically unplayable. It played that poorly. So then I got my iArcade and it played a little bit better. In fact, if you guys wanted to check these games out and see how they perform prior to possibly buying this cabinet, all 3 Double Dragon games are currently available on the iArcade. So that's right, guys, you can head over to the iArcade now. Double Dragon 1, Double Dragon 2, and Double Dragon 3 are all there for you to check out. Reasonably priced. In fact, Double Dragon 1 is free. It comes with a cabinet. Double Dragon 1 is free. Double Dragon 2, $9.99. I purchased it. Very happy with my purchase. Not you. Double Dragon 3 is absolutely awful. Stay away from that. Nobody needs that in their lives. But the first 2 are really badass. And if you want to check them out, I definitely advise it. And in fact, if you go all the way down here, you can see the included games for the cabinet. We've got Double Dragon, Dragon's Lair. Funny enough, both of these are going to be Arcade1Up products in the near future. And I'm guessing by this trend, we can expect the next Arcade1Up cabinet to be revealed to be Beach Buggy Racing. So if you guys want to go check out Double Dragon, see how it looks, I advise you to go check it out on the iArcade. The arcade version plays very well. I'm a big fan of it, and I've got it playing on the screen. Here's the iArcade demo. You can check it out for yourself. Very fun, very enjoyable. Double Dragon is definitely one of those big arcade games. Top 50, top 100 arcade games. So, no doubt Arcade1Up have picked a winner here. And, if the cabinet doesn't matter to you, that's not important. You can already play it on an arcade cabinet, multiple arcade cabinet, with pretty decent emulation on the iArcade. So if you're also wondering what other games could come on the cabinet, you have to look up Technosoft. You may realize that they in fact made the wonderful WWF Superstars and WWF WrestleFest. Unfortunately, due to licensing, those won't be on the cabinet. But if you like wrestling games in that genre, you can check out Mania Challenge, Mat Mania, and Tag Team Wrestling, all made by the same company. Me personally, my favorite of this bunch is in fact Mat Mania. It just has that feel, really good wrestling game. So if they do include some extra games to add some added value, I do suggest that Arcade1Up seriously consider looking at the Map Mania games. I know John D is a big wrestling fan himself, so I have to think that maybe he's looking in this direction, and that would be a huge win for Arcade1Up to throw these on there for people that want that cabinet in their home. Now, again, these are also available on the iArcade already, so if you don't need a dedicated Double Dragon cabinet, you can play them there. So guys, that's the big news for today. It looks like Arcade1Up may be releasing a Double Dragon cabinet. Hopefully, it's got really good art that sticks back to the original and they don't try something off the books or off the wall. Hopefully, they go with the original design. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's original and that's what I'm into. And of course, hopefully, they do a very good job on the emulation. All 3 of the Double Dragon games work really well. Well, no one really cares about Double Dragon 3. Seriously, don't play it. It is horrendous. Like, it's a chore to play. And it would be really cool if they added some of the other great Technos wrestling games as well. That'd be fun to see. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the possibility of Arcade1Up releasing a Double Dragon cabinet? Is this something that you're interested in? If they do release a cabinet, what artwork do you want? Do you want them to do the original with the Taito on the side, do the original with the front, and then do some kind of their own think-up creation on the side? Or do you want them to see them use different artwork, maybe Double Dragon 2? That would be more appealing to you. Let me know in the comments. And then, of course, what other games do you want to see added? Do you want to see the Map Mania games added, or do you think there's enough value in just the Double Dragon games? Let me know. Anyways, guys, again, go check out Big Reecey. Give him a subscribe. Tell him MichaelBtheGameGenie sent you. And I hope you have a fantastic day. This is MichaelBtheGameGenie, and I'll talk to you next time.